Today's I'm going to deal with the World Trade Organization and like the relation between World Trade Organization and India. The synopsis of presentation, like if you don't have enough time, jump into there are five subtopics like introduction, objectives, functions, features of WTO, and the relation between WTO and India. So let's start with the presentation. The introduction. WTO, the full form is World Trade Organization, was established in 1995 as the heir organization to the GATT, which means General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. GATT was founded in 1948 with 23 nations as a global international trade organization to serve all multilateral trade agreements by giving fair chances to all nations in international exchange of trading prospects. WTO is required to build a rule-based trading government in which countries cannot take place unreasonable constraints on trade. The WTO deals include trade in commodities as well as services to promote international trade, that is bilateral and multilateral, through the elimination of tax as well as non-tariff obstacles and implementing greater market place access to all member nations. At present, the WTO has 164 members, including European Union and 23 observer governments like Iran, Iraq, Bhutan, and Libya, etc. The objectives of WTO include to set and execute rules for international trade, to present a panel for negotiating and controlling additional trade liberalization, to solve trade conflicts, to improve the clarity of decision making in the methods, implement development of a multilateral trading system, to make coordination between trade policies, environment policies, and sustainable development. Let's see the functions of WTO. It is like the first function is to facilitate international trade. It facilitates international trade through the removal of tariffs and non-tariff barriers. It provides greater market access to all member countries. Formulation of rules. It establishes a rule-based trading regime in which nations cannot take place arbitrary restrictions on trade. The third one is protecting the interest of developing countries. It frames fair global rules and regulations, and it safeguards and advocates the interests of the developing world. And lastly, optimum utilization of world resources. It is also responsible to increase production and trade-off services. It ensures optimum utilization of world resources. Let's get into the features of WTO. It is a much wider concept than GATT. Each member has a single voting right. Like each member means it's a country. It Each member enjoys the international privilege. It administers a unified package of an agreement to which all members are committed. It is a forum of discussion between each member countries. Uh, let's get into the topic of relation between WTO and India. India is the founder member of General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade 1947 and its successor, the WTO. India's participation in an increasingly rule-based system in the governance of international trade is to ensure more stability and predictability, which ultimately would lead to more trade and prosperity. The service exports account for 40% of India's total exports of goods and services. The contribution of services of India's GDP is more than 55%. The sector provides employment to around 142 million people, comprising 28% of workforce of the country. India's exports are mainly in the IT and IT-enabled sectors, travel, transport, and financial sectors also. The main destinations are US and European Union and other developed countries. India has an obvious interest in the liberalization of services trade and wants commercially meaningful access to be provided by the developed countries. Since the Uruguay round, India has autonomously liberalized its services trade regime across the board. India strongly favors extension of higher levels of production to geographical indications for products like basmati rice, Darjeeling tea, and Alfonso mangoes, at par with that provided to wines and spirits under the trade-related aspects and intellectual property rights, that is TRIPS agreement. Developed countries have been putting pressure on inclusion of non-trade issues such as labor standards, environmental production, human rights, rules on investment, competition policy in WTO agreements. India is against any inclusion of non-trade issues that are directed in the long run at enforcing protectionist measures. Like based on non-trade issues, the developed countries like USA and European Union are trying to ban the imports of some goods like textile, processed food, etc., particularly against developing countries like India and other countries. Though World Trade Organization is driven by consciousness and even a plurilateral agreement needs approval of all members, the formation of these groups as an attempt to steer WTO away from its focus on multilateralism. Mostly USA is fighting for that, and what it's mainly obstructing and it's threatening that to withdraw from WTO, which affects the entire global economy. And today the world is going through the protectionism trade war like USA and China and Brexit making global economy squeezed. The role of WTO in the future is very crucial to preserve global liberalized economic system evolved since the end of Second World War. It is the right time when countries like USA giving threat to withdraw from WTO, making it dysfunctional. India and other emerging economies like Brazil, South Africa, etc., can provide a strong base for strong World Trade Organization with saving interests of developing countries. Thank you.